This is Doxy.
This is Zenify.
And I'm Richard Satchel, and you are watching Greynoise. Welcome to episode 188 of Greynoise, the show where sporting it fresh is always an option. We are here live at the Sin Shop as we are every Friday night, located at Suite 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in beautiful downtown Las Vegas, Nevada. We are the most Las Vegas Valley hackerspace in all the verse. A couple of announcements. Sin Shop has a Danger Room tools and shop orientation class for paid members at 7 p.m. on Monday, March 18th. On March 27th at 6 p.m., we have a members-only milling machine training. So if you're interested in that, join in on that as well. You can find information about that at meetups.com /Sin Shop. Just meetup, not meetups. But yeah. Lockpick Night had a great turnout this month. We strive for more and more each month. Please join us the second Monday of every month for Lockpick Night here at the Sin Shop. Lastly, join us for the Sin Shop Spring Soiree after the Sin Shop monthly board meeting on April the 6th at 2 p.m. You can go to sinshop.org for information about the shop. To find out more information about these and other events, go to meetup.com /Sinshop. If you'd like to tweet to us, you can do so at Greynoise Media. That's GREYNOISE Media. But the best place to interact with the show is our Discord, which you can join by going to our website, and that's GREYNOI.se /Discord. And with that, how was your week?
It was good. I just want to say I'm really glad you remember all the social media plugs because I don't put those in the program, and you still get them.
I do what I can.
That's good.
My week was good. I installed the beta 1 for Android Q.
You mean Android Quesadilla?
Quesadilla.
Oh, that's why he's not here.
He's real upset about that. He feels real bad about that.
Does he?
I installed Android Quesadilla on my phone this week.
That's the best.
I got scared for a second because I definitely broke my phone. It definitely borked the operating system. It was like, your operating system is gone. I was like, oh, shit. That's why you don't do the first beta. But it's all good and working now. I haven't really noticed anything new or anything I care about besides a system-wide dark theme. That's it.
System-wide dark theme on Q?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I haven't really done a deep dive into it, and I'm honestly...
So is Q on there right now?
Yeah, Q is on this phone right now.
Oh, so you repaired it and then
I fixed it, then I did it again because I'm a glutton for punishment, you know?
Yeah.
It was going to work 1, 2, 3, 4, one of those times.
Do you know what Q is going to be?
Quesadilla. I told you already.
Nah,
it's in the chat, dude.
Chen's not here.
I honestly don't know any Q-themed desserts.
We tried looking it up yesterday too, right?
Are there
We
any?
couldn't find any?
Yeah. Actually,
A quiche is quiche a dessert? I don't know what a quiche is. It's like it's a sort of cheese thing, right?
it can have cheese in it, but it is a pastry crust.
That's honestly probably what it is in, because what else is there?
Wait,
and
did
also
that start with a Q?
quiche,
Oh, dude, I didn't pass
Q-U-I-C-H-E.
like third grade spelling, so I don't know.
Also, what happens after Z? Because it's definitely going to be
AA.
It's definitely going to be
then
zebra
BB.
cakes for the final dessert.
Right.
The final dessert is obviously zebra cakes, and then what's AA?
Is it going to be zebra cakes?
What else could it be?
Are we making another bet?
What else? No, Chen is not here. We don't have to do this right now.
Yeah,
we don't have to do this now.
Because I can make another bet.
I can't imagine what Z could be but zebra cakes, and also there was no A before. It was just
there was
beta.
no A and no B.
There was no A B. Then it started with cupcake.
Yep.
A B were just like
Oh shit! It started with cupcakes.
started with cupcake.
Dude, I didn't know that.
What was F?
Cupcake. Froyo.
Yeah.
Eclair, froyo,
Flop.
gingerbread, honeycomb, which is only for tablets, which was trash.
It was.
Gingerbread. We're not going to go through all of it. That's fine. There's a lot of them. You know, we got a bunch of them.
Wait, what was I?
What were you?
What was no?
What was I? Ice cream sandwich.
Ah, yeah, it was. Yeah, that was
Got
pretty
it.
good.
I got them all up here ingrained.
That was nice.
Get them tattooed.
There's one thing I know. It's Android version names.
Android version names.
Don't know anything else but Android version names. I got those.
Well, at least you got that going for you.
And that was the entirety of my week. All of it.
Wait, what day did you do it? And did you do it like on a work night?
Yes.
Dude,
because you saw it in the chat. I said something about doing it, and then Shane was like, "Oh, what is it?" And I was like, "Quesadilla," and he's like, "That's not even a dessert." All right, dumb. Yeah, no, it was like a Tuesday.
I haven't laughed
Damn.
that hard.
It was like
at Discord in quite some time. Man.
I was incredulous. I was like, "There's no way he actually believes."
No, he did, because then later,
Yeah.
it was like, he still queued it up, and I'm like, you brought it back around, which means he legitimately believed it, and I was waiting for his ass to be on the show tonight and go, I was trolling you guys. I'm like, no, you fucking were. You're a dirty
He was thinking
liar.
about that entire time. He's probably talking. He's like, you know, Android Q is fucking quesadilla. That's not even dessert.
I hope he told people at work.
I hope he did
God,
so
that would
bad.
be so great.
I hope so. But I think it was like Tuesday at night, like Tuesday.
I've done
Wednesday.
that before on a work night, and like
it's
you know,
never-
I mean, I'm attached to my phone for work purposes, and so like I was just like, oh, I'm gonna update the root on this bitch, and I wiped like all the caches and just the whole thing, and I went to go boot it up, and I'm like, oh, it's not booting up. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be up until 1 a.m. because I had to set everything back up on top of all my 2-factor that I was very afraid of.
I definitely forgot about that one time. Not this time, but one time I definitely forgot about 2 factors, and I was like, "Oh."
You know, when I think McNutt recently did something to my phone a couple weeks ago.
Oh, you're trusting
or
McNutt?
actually, I try to.
As long as you don't let them on your Wi-Fi network.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Right.
And so after the wipe, I reinstalled my 2-factor auth software on here.
Yeah.
And I realized everything had like a text backup. So like if I didn't have 2-factor, I would say, hey, send me a text message instead, and still like be able to renew the 2-factor on my security application.
Yeah.
Discord, I didn't set up the text message yet.
Oh no.
And so I was already like laying in bed trying to set all this stuff up, and I realized Discord wasn't signing in because I wasn't getting the code because I didn't have the 2-factor app anymore. And I'm like, oh shit. So I pulled in my laptop really quick because I was just over at his house, and it already signed out of Discord on there. And I'm like, if I can't get into this, the whole account is screwed. And so I went over to my tablet and I was like, please have it. It was signed out of there. I'm like, well, I'm screwed. I had left my desktop in my office unlocked, and it had Discord pulled up, and I went over there and it was still open. It didn't sign it out of there yet. And I was like, oh, I went to settings. I typed in my phone number really quick and it worked. And I was like, oh, that was so close because I was about to lose that account.
Oh, thanks God.
Yeah.
Thank God for
I was
security.
Yeah. So
or lack thereof.
we're post security? No. I locked myself out of shit.
Not here. Not on Greynoise.
You're gonna have to call a hacker to get into your own email.
Yeah.
Or
No, because I can't do it. I'm not smart
How was
enough.
your week, Satchel?
Man, my week's going really well, but I can't talk about it yet because I have plans. I have plans. The pieces are on the board. Everything's in the right place.
You know that saying, best laid plans.
They do sometimes go astray, but only if you talk about them.
True.
Then you're not. All right. Smart.
Move in silence.
Smart.
I learned that from Puff Daddy. The second step, I believe, is rep to the death. I believe.
Didn't you learn that having a puppy is way different than having a dog?
Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I traded being able to sleep for a puppy. It was a stupid trade, but I think it only lasts about 3 or 4 more months. So we'll see. We'll see.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Why do people do this to themselves? I don't understand it.
Oh yeah, you hate all animals.
I don't hate animals.
I'll show you a picture.
I don't hate it.
I'll show you a picture
I don't.
later on.
I
He
don't-
doesn't care. He doesn't care about cats,
I don't
dogs,
think your picture's gonna do it
snakes.
for me. Why would anyone care? Okay, this is not the animal podcast.
Yeah, that's true. It's not the animal
Well, we'll
podcast.
get back to that
We move
afterwards. We move forward. So I heard something super interesting today. Well, you told. Well, I read about it and then we talked about it.
I don't even remember talking to you today, so
Beto
please.
or Rourke.
Oh yeah, okay.
With
I
the,
do
with the
remember.
show notes too. So apparently, Beto O'Rourke, who is now announced as running for presidential candidacy, used to be a hacktivist.
Yeah.
For something death cows. Cult of the Dead Cow.
Thank you.
Cult of the Dead Cow. And I think it is interesting for a politician to be involved in something of that nature.
So they say is it really the oldest hacking group out there?
I think it is one of the original.
Because I
hacktivist type groups.
read all the headlines, and I'm super good about being the fact checking guy, so I didn't read any of the articles.
So I was on bulletin boards in the early 90s, like 91, 92. And I definitely remember Cult of the Dead Cow, but they were significantly more based around text files than they were around, actual hacking and so on and so forth.
Do you have some
Community Mike.
intel to enlighten us?
Yeah, so it's more they're just credited with creating the term hacktivist.
Okay.
My favorite part is the article that whoever posted in the Discord. Apparently, there's a picture of him back when he was a part of it, and then someone else released a supposed mugshot
Yes.
of him.
From back in his
Yeah, I mean,
youth
it
days.
was in the article. It wasn't like confirmed. Like they either had reached out to the police department and didn't get a confirmation, or they just didn't reach out at all.
Mm-hmm.
But it was stated underneath it that it's a claimed mugshot.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
It's like Mark Wahlberg's presidential candidate, whatever movie he was in, where it turns out like he got into this huge fight at one point.
Mark,
And people rallied behind it.
That's just
like,
Mark Wahlberg's real life.
yeah, Mark Wahlberg. Yeah, he was in prison for a little while,
couple
right?
times.
Yeah, he fought.
He was not a great guy when he was younger.
Did you know he also has a third dimple?
Is he really?
Yeah.
Dimple or
no nipple?
I feel like he's shirtless a lot. How have I never seen that?
I don't know.
Is he shirtless a lot? I don't know. It's one of the things I have to research, right?
One of those things
Oh
I
man,
found
just
out when
gonna
he
fill
was.
your Google search with
Now I know what my weekend is.
shirtless
Well.
bitches of Mark Wahlberg.
There
Yeah.
you go. Have fun with that. Glad to put that in your search history.
But I think it's interesting, a politician being "quote unquote" a hacker or a former hacker or whatever. I feel like it gives them an interesting / unique perspective on the political arena.
Well,
I don't care so much about the politics, but like their thought process
Yeah.
as far as working.
I mean, it's definitely interesting, but I don't think he's gonna get away with it.
get away with.
With the media just going, he's a hacker because hacker is such a bad name in
Yeah,
the
'cause
media's
there's
eyes.
definitely a negative connotation associated with it.
Yeah, and so they're gonna probably ride that to the fucking ground.
Once, if he becomes like more of a front runner type candidate, it definitely will become a talking point. Because
It'll
right
be a
now it's just
huge
sort of like
talking
a
point.
discovery thing. We're like, oh, he used to be a hacktivist. Then like, okay, no one really cares because
Yeah.
he's no one at this point. But he is.
I mean, he's someone.
he's definitely
Texas.
someone. He's definitely someone, but like he's not like a. Bernie is the guy right now. Bernie Sanders is the guy everyone's talking about, whatever. But if he becomes more of the front runner, it'll definitely be more of a.
That was the
leading
other thing I
headline.
saw when the news came out for Beto and the hacktivist thing. They had on, I can't remember what news media channel, but it showed, Beto headline, and then all of the other candidates running. Bernie wasn't included.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They're already starting that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not. We don't care about that.
So, here's the deal.
I'm listening.
Beto is full of crap.
About the hacktivist thing.
Oh, so maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. I don't care.
Don't know. Haven't verified it. We're not saying he was. Just saying allegedly
Oh,
he's been claimed to be a hacktivist.
let's
hacker.
assume for the moment, for argument's sake, that he was. Does not matter. He used to skate. Doesn't matter. He used to be in a punk band. Doesn't matter.
Well, I care about that part.
Hey, good for him then.
See you later, boy.
But right now,
Sorry.
he was indeed a skater boy. In fact, yeah.
And then
yeah.
someone said, "See you later, boy."
See you later,
All right.
boy. It's
There
changed
you
his
go.
life. But then he became successful, right?
Fact
Now
check.
he's
And now, I forgot how.
Sorry, you were making-
I forgot
you were
how the
making-
song ended.
I have no idea.
Okay, anyway,
I only know those two lines.
Okay,
Sorry.
fair enough. So, but the thing is that this guy will change his opinion with the wind. Some of the people backing him, like Common Cause and Third Way, it's just centrist bullshit trying to bring things back to the way things were. He's Bernie in the streets and Cory Booker in the sheets.
I don't
know if I like how that sounds actually.
So he's wishy-washy.
He's not wishy-washy. He's fronting. He's saying, I am this. I represent this. Oh, no, I'm a guy from the people. I do listen to punk rock. I air drummed to Bob O'Reilly, blah, 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 right? Remember after he lost, or after he did the debate with Ted Cruz?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, anyway. So he's like, hey, everybody, look at me. I'm this, I'm that. And then when it comes down to actually putting out votes or not taking money from oil companies, which he takes the most, or he's one of the most, I think. One of the highest the candidates that have taken money from oil companies. And you can say, oh, but he's in Texas. Okay, great. Do pipelines not break in Texas?
Pipelines break. Okay, yeah, that makes
See what
sense.
I'm saying?
So what you're saying is, just because he's a quote-unquote maybe possibly hacktivist doesn't make him a good candidate.
Yeah, I see it like Steve Buscemi, with the hello fellow. How do you do, fellow kids?
Right. He's
Yeah,
just
that's-
he's playing
he-
he's playing what people
I
want.
saw
Yeah.
a lot on Twitter today about people because my whole Twitter is pretty much infosec related, and everyone was talking about Plato, and so they were all super excited for it. It seemed. But I haven't researched any of his other views, any of that other stuff.
So during the initial run-up, right, during the primary, he was all about, I'm for single-payer healthcare, and I'm for abolishing the private prison system, lots of really good things, right? And then as soon as he got, I think it was it was right before the election between him and Ted Cruz. He won the primary. He was going up against Ted Cruz. He just started backpedal. But, well, what I really meant is we need to expand the Affordable Care Act, and we need to do...
Interesting.
Yeah. So...
Community Mike.
But I think we need to pay attention to the real good presidential candidate, not because he wants freedom dividends, because he's embracing the memes around him. Andrew Yang. I only came across him 2 days ago, and I love his Twitter feed already.
Yeah.
Anyone who embraces memes is a candidate for me.
Yeah,
So you really like Elon Musk?
Goddamn right I do. Who doesn't?
But
the point of this topic is, just because someone is quote unquote something that you really, just because they do something that you really agree with, doesn't mean that they're a good candidate for anything. Research your opinions and your views and whoever you are into to make sure they're not pieces of shit, secretly. People aren't good at hiding when they're pieces of shit. So just make sure you do a little extra research. Just the tiniest amount.
Well, and the big thing for me personally is how has a person's view changed over time, and when did it change?
Yeah.
Is it something like in 2012, a person who recently ran for president, whose name is not Donald Trump, she all of a sudden came around to gay marriage in 2012, or is it the person who, as the mayor of Burlington, Vermont, decided to welcome gay people into Burlington and have one of the first gay parades?
Always do your research.
Consistency.
Yeah.
That's even if you're on a different side than I might agree with, be consistent about it.
Right.
Has he talked about, I guess, for the on topic sake of the hacktivist stuff, is he leaning is there
I don't think he's made a comment about
communication, leaning more towards infosec cybersecurity minded policies, or does it really matter?
I don't follow him a lot, so I don't know. Maybe Satchel could speak more authoritatively. I don't think he said anything about it.
Yeah, I don't think he said anything about it yet. I haven't heard anything about it one way or the other.
He seems to have no strong opinions, or just hasn't talked about it yet.
I have strong opinions on. him.
No, him.
Beto.
He hasn't
Gotcha.
said. Yes, but we move on.
Okay.
Facebook was down.
Sucks for them.
I know, right? But also it sucks because I remember Chin mentioned something about people with the communication platforms and whatnot all using Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and whatnot, and that's all down. So now they have no way to communicate with their customers and stuff. And
the small business thing.
Small business thing. Wait, but Chin said, "Don't put all your eggs in a basket" or something like that.
He said, "Don't put it all." Yeah.
But I mean, I wanted, God damn it, Chin, I wanted him to be here. A lot of small businesses don't have many options, right? Because there's not a lot of cost-effective, secure, reliable options that they have that you can do at the beginning stages of a company.
Yeah.
So that you're kind of fucked either way, So,
when I had a Facebook, so this is just my own little personal example about how I could see a small business or something affected.
Yeah.
I messaged the tattoo parlor I got my first tattoo at, just clearing up. Yeah, because that's all they had. They only had a Facebook. That's where they did all their posting, and Instagram too. But on their Facebook, it was the business page, and you could message the business, and they'll respond in a certain amount of time. And so that's how I established initial communication with the tattoo parlor I went to. And so I can imagine when shit like that goes down for a while,
your
communication's gone, and if that's their only platform, especially if their only two platforms are Facebook and Instagram, same company.
Facebook, yeah.
For a small business like a tattoo shop, especially, what's a better? What do you think would be a better alternative for them? Either one.
It's all about Google Plus.
Oh God,
I'm kidding.
Isn't that gone?
They just shut that down.
Might as well just use Wave, right?
Yeah, right. They just shut Google Plus down.
See, that was a Google thing too. That's not important right now. But I mean, I'm sure there are other alternatives that you can do if you want to invest a little more time and or money, but it's just not feasible. It's not feasible for a lot of companies.
Businesses, yeah, especially because a Facebook profile and a business profile is free unless you start wanting to do AdSense stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me to tie it to a social media profile in the first damn place, because I mean, eventually, at one day, Facebook will be the new MySpace, right? And everybody will go to the next thing and do something else, right? But so why tie yourself as a business to that? Why not get your own damn website?
I disagree a little bit,
Okay.
but community mic first.
So yeah, I know a couple people with small businesses, and they have they're kind of esoteric in like what they specialize in. And so he was telling me, I hate Facebook, but it's the best audience. And not only that, when he pays for it, right? He says the shit that they're selling is great for targeting. He's
crap.
like, I don't have a lot of customers out there or potential customers, and that's just his best audience right now.
Yeah,
interesting.
And before he can become a YouTube sensation, if he ever does, right? You just don't have that visibility, especially when your market is really small.
Right. Yeah. And so along with that, as far as like advertising and stuff, not for when you don't advertising and stuff when you don't have a large customer base. So when you say that Facebook will eventually be the new MySpace, I don't think so, because MySpace was huge in its day, but was never as ingrained into society as Facebook is now.
It is, yeah.
Like your parents weren't on Facebook, or I mean, it was really weird if they were. That was definitely
You
a
talking
platform.
about MySpace, you mean?
On MySpace.
Yeah.
MySpace was definitely a platform for kids or young adults and stuff like that, bands and whatnot. It was Facebook is everything.
You know what I don't understand about real quick side?
Yeah, no,
I mean,
no.
it's about MySpace. So I can't stand fucking websites that autoplay shit.
Oh my
but
God.
in MySpace days, that was it. It was like you definitely wanted to put your favorite song of the fucking day up on there
You had
and
to
have an
you had to
autoplay.
draw people into your page some way,
I only gave a shit about my homepage and my top 8 for some stupid fucking reason.
because that's a whole other thing in psychology that we can get into.
Tom likes me.
I was like, fucking Tom. I remember the day that you could remove Tom from your top 8. I was like, oh, it's a fucking good day. That's nice. Anyways, Facebook has a reach that far outweighs whatever MySpace had in its heyday. Like, MySpace could never dream of what Facebook has now. If you have like a cooking thing, if you're like a technology minded company, a tattoo parlor, if you have any sort of business, you can reach your audience with very low overhead, and you have access to everything you could probably ever want. Pictures, platform for posts, customer reviews, customer retention. You can communicate with your customers and stuff like that. You don't need to implement any sort of website, live chat feature, or staff, customer service, stuff like that. It can just be you and the customers on this platform. So
Not only that, though, there's a lot of just general groups on there that people follow. Like my significant other follows like dog and like husky pages because we have a husky, and we recently learned that the food that we're feeding our husky is no longer good, and there's a huge lawsuit against it.
Oh,
so
shit.
I gotta nix that stuff.
gotta
But I would have
solve that.
never known about that unless I came across it some other way.
right.
I don't have a Facebook, so I had to be told by somebody who does.
I thought about it like probably around 2013, 14. I was like, when is Facebook going to collapse in the next MySpace or the next whatever is going to come out? But now as time goes on, I realize that's probably never going to happen. Facebook might hit a point where it can't grow anymore, but then it just goes into other markets. Instagram, along with the outage, Instagram, WhatsApp, because those were down too, and those are platforms that people probably don't realize are connected to Facebook if you don't look into it enough or don't really care. But those are completely different. Like WhatsApp is a communications platform, Instagram is a picture sharing, whatever it is. So
And
it's
a big thing with WhatsApp, though, is a lot of people use that
internationally.
tool, not just internationally, but when they're like traveling, like flying. Like on planes, a lot of the times there's different packages you could buy for Wi-Fi. You could buy the full Wi-Fi package, get whatever, or you could buy just the messaging package, and you have to have like WhatsApp and there's a couple other ones.
That sounds like bullshit.
And so you could only communicate over Wi-Fi using that specific app, especially with people on the plane with you currently. But if WhatsApp is down, I mean, it's not like that communication server is localized to that airplane.
Yeah.
So there's communication is just shut off then if they only bought that package. But now that they're already in flight, they can't upgrade, as far as I'm aware. I've never purchased.
I don't purchase it either.
I think you can upgrade in the air because I've just straight up bought Wi-Fi in the air before.
Really?
It'll let you into their. Well, it depends on the flight, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But it'll let you into their walled garden where they say, "Hey, put in your credit card and I'll give you some."
You get the world, the
give you some
wonder of the
internets.
world. I hate that. I
So-
always download movies beforehand because fuck Wi-Fi.
But yeah, so if people rely on that app for communication to the outside world when they're on an airplane, that was gone for how long was it? Like 2 hours or so, or more?
No, way longer than that.
Was it?
It was like half a day at least.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it was down for like I don't know hard numbers, but it was definitely like half a day or something. It was.
Did they release like figures on how much they lost? I imagine it was a significant portion of money.
I haven't heard any follow up yet.
I haven't logged into Facebook in forever.
I don't even know if I have one anymore. It's been so long.
I definitely log
You
into
have
Facebook.
one.
It's definitely that ghost profiles too. Yeah.
I definitely log in to Facebook every day, but I don't do anything. I'm just on there observing. That sounds weird. I'm just on there looking at stuff.
That's still weird.
That's still
Lurking
weird.
in the
I don't know a better way to say it. I don't really use Facebook that
You're
much.
just on there creeping.
Just creep. You know, TLC creep. I go on there. I look at people's posts, and I just
Hey.
look at what.
Don't go chasing waterfalls.
I don't know what this means. No.
We're gonna have to creep.
Yeah. I don't know hard numbers, but it was significant revenue
I can imagine.
for not just them, but like businesses affected as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because you know that's their main way
That's
to
their
communicate with something
platform.
like that.
Yeah.
I don't know honestly.
Man, that's so I didn't know about this outage while it was happening, but I went to go check my Instagram during that outage and it wasn't working. But I had recently, because I was testing a different cellular service plan, so I was swapping in and out SIM chips.
Oh.
And so when I swapped in one, and then I was like, oh, let's make sure all these things work. And I went to Instagram. I was like, that shit's not loading. I'm like, what the fuck? But coincidentally, when I decided to switch back to the other carrier, it worked again.
working?
But it was at the most convenient time where services came back online.
Oh.
So I was like, oh, that carrier fucking sucks.
Ah,
But
gotcha.
I don't think they did after I learned of this.
Yeah.
The outage.
Yeah.
It happened the day after I changed to Android Q. So I was in the doctor's office with nothing to do, and I was like,
You went to the doctor?
we'll talk about that later. And I was trying to do. We won't. I was doing Instagram. I was trying to do Instagram stuff, and I was like, "Fuck! I broke something." I was like, "Now I gotta go figure out what I did." Wasn't
That
me.
is inconvenient.
super inconvenient,
Yeah.
right? I got
Because I thought it was a completely different issue, but it's just those assholes.
Yeah.
same.
Do we actually know what happened and how
Actually,
it
that's what
happened?
they didn't release a statement. I don't remember any statement from them saying we're down or we're back up. It was all like Twitter and
It
stuff.
just
It was other people.
happened.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a contractor looking for work right now, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, don't touch that switch. This one, shit.
I wonder if they didn't say
Yeah.
anything for like, I don't know, like stock financial purposes. Like if they acknowledged it, would they have lost a lot more? Or if they're just like fucking waiting it out and just like there's some engineer in a data center somewhere all crossing his fingers.
He's like, Jesus, I don't know honestly, and I didn't look for a response from them. I was mostly looking to see like what people were saying was the cause or anything, but I didn't see anything definitive. I think the leading thing was the DDoS. The leading theory I saw initially was the DDoS.
That's so crazy because they're in so many
data centers.
data centers and just regions of the world that how does all of it go down? Like that's got to be super significant.
Someone
It
fucked something up.
and maybe that's why they're not saying anything because it was such a massive thing. Maybe
It's like that CenturyLink. I don't know.
was it? Yeah, it was affecting stuff like because I know WhatsApp was down in Brazil. That was like a major portion of WhatsApp being down. So yeah, it was definitely internationally down.
Damn. So like the thing was, I think it was with CenturyLink, right? Where like
Are you talking about me?
not
You
you,
trying to make me
not
angry?
your. Yes, I am trying to make you angry, but no, it's still CenturyLink. It was like whatever. One of their data centers like had a bad like nick or something in it, right? And it caused like 4 other data centers to go down, and like 911 services were affected. So remember that?
Whoopsie.
Also, like Wells Fargo a couple weeks ago,
Or was it Wells? No, it wasn't.
when they
It wasn't.
burned their data
Oh
center
yeah.
down.
Well, how do you burn down? No, it was a contractor that did that. He's looking for work too.
He's
Not getting
and
it.
whoever built their disaster recovery is probably looking for work too.
Yeah.
That was just all sorts of fuck ups. I mean, whatever, shit happens.
Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
In a billion years, and go, man, humanity, they're just a bunch of fuck ups. They just kept every month there's something new.
I feel like
To say nothing of the archive of tweets that's going into the Library of Congress.
Yeah.
are we archiving tweets?
Every single tweet is archived in the Library of
Oh,
Congress.
yeah.
Why?
Oh, yeah.
So we can
They're
laugh at
presidential
ourselves later when we realize we're
communications.
idiots.
Oh,
They are
God.
the words of the President of the
Wait.
United States.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Disturbing. Yeah, it's gonna be embarrassing in 100
Oh,
years.
my.
you guys-
100?
I mean, I'm optimistic.
20.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't care because I don't tweet.
Yeah.
But
But
it's
I think it's
interesting.
good. We'll be able to learn from it later.
Every tweet
hopefully.
is being archived.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything.
They don't cut
Not
out any of the
every
fluff.
every tweet. I'm saying the tweets coming from the office of the President
No,
of
I
the United
thought
States.
every single one.
Because if
It's-
it's
No.
that, that's bullshit.
Like, it
It's
just-
not
Oh,
every one. I'm saying every one that comes from the President. is stored in the Library of Congress.
That's even worse. Now it's just because before there was like a wave or like a lot of
wave of stupidity.
A wave of stupidity. Now it's just
a focused
one
laser
source.
beam.
One central source.
Bullshit.
Yikes.
Yeah.
All right. I didn't know that.
Speaking of a fire hose of bullshit,
Yes.
one of the best possible things that has come from Facebook, well, this comes specifically from Twitter, but based on things from Facebook, we were talking about people's parents being on there the other day. I'm going to go ahead and just throw this little link in here. Now, I'm going to recommend that we don't look at it during the show, because what these are, you can, if you want to, but
Is it
you're
gonna
probably
make a
going to
noise?
start, no, you're probably going to start laughing.
Okay.
Because what these are cropped boomer images, okay? So they're images that baby boomers have put online. Clever memes to own the libs or whatever, with the last line cut out.
Oh.
And it's so much funnier than you'd think.
Okay. I will take a look.
It is.
It sounds interesting.
You looked? Thank you.
It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Because I only halfway understand what Satchel's saying.
I have
so
contagious laughter, so I can't
you?
look.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
we could just spend the next 30 minutes laughing if you guys want to.
No.
No, that's fine.
You
We'll do
open
that.
that
It'll
up.
happen.
It will.
I gave you warning.
We can.
I like to breathe.
There will
and
be lull.
When I start laughing hard, I just like,
Yeah.
everything's cut off. I'm like, well, this is it.
Yeah, you're in trouble. Yeah,
Alright,
you're
I
in
like
big
that.
trouble when you open that.
Okay, so we're gonna come back to the boomer images in a second, but I think you had a question.
Did I? Well, I mean, there was, so I had several questions, I think.
Unless you guys had something else about Facebook,
Oh wait, are you
I'm
talking
good on
about like
Facebook.
the moving on
the
question?
data security.
Well, so there was that one, but then also like above it and like the during the week thing, I had well, one I wanted to ask you about that truth discussion last week, or like the trust discussion.
Oh, Kyrgyzstan.
So,
Kyrgyzstan.
wow, hey, you could fucking pronounce it because I sure can.
I can't. One of the audience members kept correcting me last week, and I didn't say it.
Kyrgyzstan.
Kyrgyzstan.
Kurz?
Kyrgyzstan.
Kazat.
Kyrgyzstan. I'll get it one of these days.
Is it?
So,
Sorry, go ahead.
so what came of that? Did you guys talk about it much last week?
We
Because I was
talked about
very
it
disappointed to miss that.
A lot? Or at all? Did we talk about it at all?
I think it was for the most part of the show.
We
yeah,
talked about it
yeah.
a lot. Did you not watch the Southern Empire?
No.
How dare you, dude?
Damn it, man.
I can't remember what. Oh yeah, I was.
So, as you know, I immediately eject everything we talk about from my brain as soon as the show is over. So I don't remember what we said. So we can rehash it.
So
Really?
I've seen that channel before.
Yes.
Not a lot, but you rekindled me watching everything they have.
Good.
But that trust video was actually it was a pretty good video on, at least they showed why and how and additional debate us.
Yes.
Like, hey,
Oh,
it's
like
we might
challenge.
yeah, it's
what
like
we
we
said.
hey, if we're wrong, tell us.
Yes. Which I really appreciated.
But I guess that wasn't like when you initially posed that posted the video and then posed the question on trust. I guess I just was like stepping away from it. I was like, I don't believe it.
You don't believe the video?
Not that video specifically. It's just like even when somebody asks, or not asks, when they talk about trust,
Yes.
I automatically start not trusting them.
Which a healthy dose of what is that called?
Skepticism?
Skepticism is important. That's important to take into anything. Any article you read, any video you see, anything someone tells you. Because
Because I just think it's like a play. I think they're just trying to do a play. So
is a play.
when they come out with a video like that, now I start questioning even more the legitimacy.
It's like people that say, "Oh, I'm too stupid to do anything like that."
You did it.
You did it.
Yeah.
You did
You
it.
did it. Yeah. Oh, I'm not that clever. I'm not clever enough to do something like that. Yeah. Okay.
So as a caveat, I think someone did talk to them about their videos, and they were criticizing their videos, and I think that video might have been a reaction to that, but not in a bad way, but in like we admit our mistakes because it is something that we would like to acknowledge.
Yeah.
So people are
And
aware
those
of
two
going
videos
forward.
they took down.
Right. Yes. Because someone
There was also another one though. I read something a little later on about that channel. Somebody actually approached them and
coffee break.
Yeah, that thing.
That guy is crazy.
Okay, I have no idea.
Because so I did see that. So he posted a video about their video about the Can You Trust Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, what
Our
Satchel
foreign
said.
language correspondent over here.
And so, but then
Kyrgyzstan.
posted the full exchange between the Coffee Break channel and
Kyrgyzstan.
channel, and about what they were asking, what they were looking for, stuff. And Coffee Break was trying to do like a gotcha piece on videos they had put up, and they're like, we're not really into that idea of you like shaming us or whatever. Like we acknowledge our mistakes, and we can definitely talk about like what the videos meant at the time, because they were really old videos, and about like what they meant, and like how we're working to be better from what those videos were. And so that was a whole thing with all that stuff. So
that makes a lot more sense now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it kind of was a response to that, but also something they have been doing. I mean, as far as I know, and they could be lying about the whole thing. I don't fucking know them personally. Maybe they're lying about the whole thing, but they seem to be
the whole world's a lie.
Fairly forthcoming and stuff. But I mean, it's a larger discussion than that, because it's not necessarily that channel that I'm concerned with about being truthful and like about having skepticism and stuff. But it's like everything as a whole that we ingest, because news is everywhere. Every time you scroll through Facebook, every time you're on Instagram, everything is like injecting stuff into your brain.
Absolutely.
So taking things with a healthy dose of skepticism will help you in the long run. You know, just look at it with a critical eye. Anything you see, even if it's if it looks too good to be true, 1000% is. And if you're like, even if it's something from a source that you trust, if you're like, that doesn't sound right, or I don't quite believe that, even if you do believe it, look at other differing sources. Look at people who say the opposite, because you can find somewhere in the middle probably the truth. No?
I mean, so I was with you up until the last sentence.
Oh, shit.
The somewhere in the middle thing. Because if you've got someone saying, yeah.
Okay, sorry. I will say there are extreme examples.
Okay.
So not all the time. Sometimes this is the truth. You don't have to go all the way over here and then come in the middle. Sometimes this is truth and they're just fucking psycho.
Exactly. Yes,
and it goes on either side. I'm not saying one way or the other.
Right.
Sometimes this is the truth and this person is just out with they have a cause. You know, they're
fucking nuts.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Like, I'm not saying the coffee rate channel is fucking nuts, but like
they're pretty nuts.
They had an agenda, and they were trying to elicit a reaction out of the
Chris Kazat
channel. So, you know, so it's not all the time, but if you're having issues about the validity of something you've seen or whatever, it helps to have both sides of the story.
No.
Or rather, to be aware of what both sides are, or all three sides, or all four sides, or whatever the sides of the story are.
So Coffee Bricklayer, who I've never heard of them. Are they just like?
I had never heard of them either. It's just as far as I know, it's just one guy with a channel on YouTube, and he found something on the Chris Kazat channel that he did not agree with, so he took issue with it, and he approached them, and the main guy of the channel was more than forthcoming, it seems, from their email exchange about talking about the videos and about what had transpired and why the videos were presented that way. But the guy was trying to do like a gotcha, and he was like, we're not really into that, so we're not going to move forward with whatever you want to do. So he released his own version of the video, and Chris Kazat did theirs.
Yeah. Interesting.
I think he released his, or he wanted to release his first.
Yes.
But they ended up releasing theirs first.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know if, I mean, that seemed like that video was made pretty quick for them to have all that stuff, but I don't know, honestly.
Yeah.
It is like a save your own ass kind of thing, but.
Why in the hell would you go up against Chris Kazat? I mean, that's like trying to start beef with
they
fucking
source
Sesame Street.
everything in there.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is the shame is that they didn't used to. They didn't used to source everything, but I mean, people, that it was what, 2011.
Yeah, that's so long ago.
But like, people evolve and channels, because when you start something, you're like, no one's ever going to watch this or look at this. Like, it's not a huge thing.
Right,
and as you get bigger, like, we have to be better.
Yeah.
Which I think is their idea along the way. But I don't. Yeah.
Huh. Okay.
But yes, as far as the thing about the truth, it's less about that channel specifically and more any news source we take in regularly.
Oh yeah, I'm super skeptical about all of them.
Yes, because
I feel everyone
has an agenda.
Obviously, this whole place is just run on money, and so
who's getting this money? I want some.
The fucking media.
Oh,
and so I guess my perception of it all is whatever somebody's trying to force feed me is it's like a directed play.
Yes,
and then all trust is out the fucking window.
Yeah, because everyone has an agenda. Everyone's trying to get you to buy something, believe in something, act a certain way, whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
What, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, interject real quick. You talk about fake outrage and that whole thing. I don't know if you heard the good news today. I think you did. I think you said something about it earlier.
Dude, I
James
don't
Gunn.
Even... Oh yeah.
He's back.
See, I remember it. You guys rekindle the flame up here because it's going out.
Fair enough.
I'm super excited about that.
I'm pumped. I'm so glad they did that.
I'm extremely surprised that Disney backpedaled, but I'm very glad they did, because in thinking about it,
well, it was there's two different things, because he was relieved of his position because of one executive.
Yes.
But then the rest of them were like, nah. Like, we fucking need him. Because the whole cast was like, we're not doing this.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, man.
And also,
how much is that going to cost us? Oh.
No one would step into direct Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Taika Waititi, the dude who did Thor Ragnarok, was like, no, that's James Gunn's movie. I can never do it justice or whatever.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know, but I am pretty sure that Phase 3 of Marvel's universe is going to be very cosmic-based.
Yeah.
And how do you have a cosmic-based universe without Guardians of the Galaxy? Especially with that style and stuff, because even...
And especially James Gunn, who does, like, all of his... Like, he's done so much space stuff.
And everything since Guardians of the Galaxy has been themed like Guardians, Thor Ragnarok, Infinity War.
Yeah. That's a good point.
They borrow heavily from Guardians. If you think about like their design schemes and like the way they go about stuff, it's all very
And Guardians and comic book land goes a lot farther than any of those other.
Like out to the universe and stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
There's so many more, not teams, but like brought in members.
Yes,
And so like
Like
they couldn't just kill Guardians before 3.
Then they don't have a Phase 3. There's literally no Phase 3 of Marvel without the Guardians.
So they had to do something. And I mean, I was very happy to see so much on Twitter from all the cast members, just like extremely welcoming him back, and they're like super stoked. Yeah,
I should read Twitter more.
I mean,
right.
Yeah,
That's my
it depends on
That's my thoughts.
who you follow. I mean, even the blue check marks don't mean much anymore.
Right.
Oh yeah, no.
The verified,
I'm verified.
No, you're
No,
not.
I'm not. Why would I be? No.
I'll verify you.
Thank you.
That right there, Doxy.
I don't believe it.
Well, we all have our things.
You can trust me.
Are you sure?
I'm not smart enough to fool you.
Oh,
No,
shit.
I really don't trust.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, there were 2 other questions. I don't know which one you guys would want to do before we hit up the lightning round.
The quick one.
The quick one. Shit. So, what are you guys' thoughts on work travel?
On work travel?
Yeah,
I love it.
traveling for work.
Send me anywhere.
So I guess the couple questions I have are like, how much time would you prefer to be notified of, work stuff?
Day of.
This is kind of like in what's happening in my work life.
Are you upset about traveling for work?
Not necessarily. I mean, it's 2 phase. One, it was super last minute.
Yes.
So that kind of sucks. But also, I know the job that needs to be done needs to fucking be done, and I'm pretty much one of the only
People in your company
that
can do
could go and do it.
Right.
So, I mean, I just I settle with the fact that I like money. I like being paid.
Here's the only difference.
So
The only difference between me and you, I feel like, is you have a lot of stuff going on in your life from time to time. I got nothing. So if someone's like, "Hey man, we gotta go in the morning," I'm
That's
like,
true.
"All right, let's do it now."
yeah,
That's fine.
Like I had to rework like so much.
Yeah, I got nothing. I don't have nothing's going on, so I'm like, yeah, we can leave. 2 hours, good to go. It doesn't matter.
Shit, you could leave on that quick notice.
Oh yeah.
I could be ready in 2 hours.
I mean,
Back in the day. Oh yeah.
I have like a go bag, just because I just have one,
Yeah, no.
because I fucking have everything, like Chen says.
Yeah.
But if I actually had to use that, man, it's gonna throw some fucking wrenches in gears.
I'll be at the airport in 15 minutes.
No, but once upon a time,
I
I
can't
lived
do
in
that.
Kansas City, and a friend of mine was like, "Yeah, I've never been to Denver." Yeah, me neither. You don't have any shows this weekend or anything, do you? And I'm like, "No, you no. You want to go to Denver? All right, sure."
Yeah, that
We got in the
sucks.
car and we went to Denver.
That's very
That was a
nice.
10-hour drive. I
Oh,
would
God.
never do it again.
Oh, you drove?
Oh yeah, no, we drove to Denver. From
I don't
Kansas
want to
City.
drive anywhere.
I don't want to drive anywhere. I barely want to drive to work.
Well, here's where you don't want to drive
Yeah.
to: Denver from Kansas City.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, I'm surprised you went to Denver.
Hold
Fuck
on.
that place.
yeah.
yeah, well, yeah, no, fuck that place. I didn't know fuck that place until I went to that place, and now fuck that place.
Yeah.
But for I think it was, I want to say 8 hours, right? Corn, just corn,
Yeah.
Did you pick some?
and then after
theft.
8 hours, they just take the corn away. It's still flat.
There's just no more corn.
There's just no corn. It's just fucking nothing. And then you see the mountains. Now, Midwestern hick like my ass, I'm like, oh, there's the mountains. Those must be the Rocky Mountains. They're clearly very big. So we must be almost there.
Nah.
3 hours later, the size of the mountains hadn't changed.
Oh, man.
And
See, I couldn't
was
do that.
I was like,
I'd lose it.
Huh?
I'd lose it. I couldn't do that.
It was I was almost there.
See, if someone was like, let's go somewhere, but we have to drive, then I'd be like, okay, no, never mind.
Oh, we're not doing that.
Never mind. But
Yeah.
if we fly, anywhere, anytime.
Man.
Yeah.
Driving, go fuck yourself.
Almost every time, it's usually like when I have like something scheduled and I'm like, okay, I got to get to that destination. I'll get to that destination. No problems. I won't have any quorums with myself in my head.
Okay.
But after said scheduled event is done. I'm like, fuck. I don't want to drive. I just like, like, man, what? I was like, how much does it cost if I just Uber? Oh man, damn.
Uber.
But I never take those either.
You don't take Ubers?
Hell no.
Why not?
I don't know.
That's the topic
I
for
just
another
don't
day.
trust other people
All
driving.
right, fair enough.
Okay, we'll talk about that in a second.
Will
Well, in a second,
we
I
won't.
mean in like weeks.
In
I'll
weeks,
I'll
okay.
see you on Discord.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. I think. Did you have any more questions about traveling? Are you asking me to go somewhere? Because I'll travel
I mean, no.
Oh.
We were talking about, you and I were talking about travel, weren't we?
so many times.
Dude,
We've talked about a lot of stuff.
we've talked about a lot of stuff, and I forget so much of it. I feel bad slightly, but also, dude, I just like, I have no more room up here.
I don't remember either. It's fine. I mean, that means we're good friends, right?
I think
'Cause we
so.
both just forget. We don't care.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Nice.
Best friends just don't
works.
give a shit about each other.
Yeah, that's exactly what best friends
mean-
are.
I still don't talk to him sometimes. I love it.
All right, Ron Swanson.
Yeah, that's why I
Satchel,
did
do you
that.
want to open us up?
Oh, okay. Well, that brings us into the lightning round. Now, the lightning round is where we give our tweet's length opinion. I'm going to just read the headline here, and we're going to each give our tweet's length opinion on the article.
Got it.
Chen's not here, so yeah.
Hot takes.
We'll be fine. Because, yeah, Chen's not going to argue with me, and I can just say something quick and then move on. He won't look at me like I'm an idiot.
Except I did like a 5-stage tweet today,
Yeah.
so man.
Oof.
Is
Did
it-
you?
Stage tweet.
Yeah.
What do you tweet at?
Nope, just the air.
You just like write tweets about like things that upset you and
Just
stuff? About how
garbage.
you hate Uber drivers?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
just how exhausted I am all the time.
So,
It's just a bitching platform.
so my only, and I think this might be part of the reason why I don't use Twitter anymore. This is my lame claim to fame. Okay, you ready? Once upon a time, I tweeted at Danny DeVito that you got to put down the ducky, and then he responded, "If you want to play the saxophone."
Nice.
It comes from a real. We're talking like at least 30-year-old Sesame Street skit that he did with Rhea Perlman, and I was just over the moon. I was like,
I'm so happy.
so I was like, well, I'm done with Twitter.
It's like, I got that one locked down.
It's
Screw
not
it.
gonna get any better. I'll only get myself in trouble. Let's just close this and we're done here.
Yep.
Nice.
That makes sense.
Yep.
I'm ready.
So bring
I
that train back
assume
on
I'm
the
going
rails.
first.
I'm sorry about that.
Oh yes.
Zenify, do you want to go first?
I guess.
All right, here we go. Patched WinRAR bug still under active attack thanks to no auto updates.
What was the WinRAR bug? Was it incorporated in that screen that always asks you to pay for it?
I mean, that's why you can't update, because then you have to pay for it. And who pays for WinRAR?
I just use 7-zip.
I
now.
use 7-zip, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't used WinRAR since
You know why? You know why I changed to 7-zip?
because of the pop-up.
No, because of Ninite. It's
it's-
first billing in Ninite, so I just click that one, get it over with.
That probably means it's better. I trust that.
Yeah.
Nice. I didn't know people still use WinRAR either. I haven't seen that in a
No
long
one does.
Telegram gained 3 million new users during WhatsApp and Facebook outage.
Unintended.
Wait, is Telegram not?
No, they're not owned by Facebook.
Oh shit, I thought they were.
But I think they're no, not Telegram. Who's the other one? Signal. I think Facebook is using Signal's security protocol for their messenger, but that's not relevant to this.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess yay for Telegram. I don't know.
Well, so I mean that kind of goes to what I was saying before. If they keep having outages, something else could take Facebook's,
over, yeah.
could take the crown.
If they keep having outages, but I was thinking about this when it happened. I can remember 2-3 times Facebook has had an extended outage. Like it's not in like what's it been since
not often, no.
since 2007, so 12 years. That's not bad at all.
Right.
But as they get bigger and becomes more apparent, then it will become more of a problem.
Yeah.
Tweet.
Okay.
There you go. New WordPress flaw lets unauthenticated remote hackers attack sites.
Hey, is water still wet?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's probably why that's happening.
Yeah.
I guarantee Chin hasn't updated his WordPress install.
Oh,
Guaranteed.
that's true.
I guarantee it.
What's the URL?
I won't, I won't say it on air, but I have something to do after the
I'll
podcast
test it.
now.
Right.
I'll test
Yeah.
it after this.
Yeah.
I love testing WordPress sites because they're so fucking easy.
Yeah.
And it's like that, self-accomplishment of just like low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta feel better. You gotta feel good about yourself
yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
Right.
Gotta make sure that imposter syndrome just stays like right in the middle ground.
Right in the middle ground.
Yeah.
Dude, that is real, man.
Oh yeah.
Imposter syndrome?
Oh, yeah.
That shit's real.
That shit is real.
Real.
Like, at any moment,
Real,
someone's
real?
going
Like
to tap
this,
me on the
this?
shoulder.
Right
Real.
there?
This. Thick.
At any minute. At any moment now, someone's going to come and tap me on the shoulder and be like, "We know you're not really an adult. Get out of here."
Yeah.
Let's see. 0-day flaws in Counter-Strike 1.6 let malicious servers hack gamers' PCs.
This is why I only play Overwatch.
Isn't 1.6 super like
Old?
old?
Honestly, I don't know.
I don't even know if it's like updated at all. I mean,
I think
like speedrunners. It's like, oh, they found another fucking glitch in the game that was built in the 90s.
I think people play on specific servers that have 1.6 as their, like they play on. I don't know. I don't play Counter-Strike. I have no fucking idea.
My tweet.
Let's play tonight.
Let's play tonight.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I know we're not going to.
My tweet in response is 15-year-old flaws in Counter-Strike 1.6 is why I don't play Counter-Strike.
Well, yeah. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Don't read the next one.
Nope. How about fire? No, not that one.
Last article.
How about Microsoft releases package for 64 flaws? 2 under active attack.
I think someone was telling us in the Discord this week about these updates fucking
Oh yeah,
up Windows. McNutt mentioned something about his screen being fucked up afterwards.
Well, no,
yeah, mine was too.
Oh,
So the day that he had his issues, my like Discord and all that, like all the font and stuff was just bad.
Yeah.
And that I came into work and my computer restarted, so I was super pissed already. I'm like, I don't have time to fix this. Next morning I came in, computer was restarted again.
Mm-hmm.
And I was so pissed at that one, I did some registry hacks to make sure that shit never happens again.
That's some bullshit.
But also my Discord was fixed. And it wasn't just Discord. I mean, all fonts and some graphics were kind of wonky. But I didn't realize that was actually like a thing that was happening. I'm very glad I didn't get phone calls about that.
Because who wants those phone calls on a Friday?
Yeah.
I don't want any calls in general.
Yeah,
fair enough.
I avoid
So,
those.
definitely
I
not.
answered a phone call today. I never answer my phone when I don't have the number.
On your
or
phone?
Yeah, like my cell phone.
Yeah.
So I never answer that shit. I always let it go to voicemail unless I'm expecting a call from like a certain number. It was like one from Arizona, and I'm just like,
Spam.
fuck it, I'll answer this one. It wasn't spam. It was GoDaddy, just like talking to me about one of my accounts.
Like a real person?
Yeah.
Hey, bud.
Fuck.
Yeah, just like a real person called me and was like, hey, I see that you're the manager for this one. I'm like, yeah, that's like a side business. Like, I don't really do much with that. I just manage their website. Like, oh, can you give me the contact information for the person I should talk to? We want to, like, talk about, like, the SSL certs. And I'm like, I have Let's Encrypt on there. I'm like, we're not fucking going to buy your $400 package. And it's like, I was like, I didn't realize that GoDaddy's now cold calling to upgrade their services.
You gotta make that money, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
Well, what are you gonna do? Not use GoDaddy.
Yeah.
GoDaddy,
They're
Nailed
done.
it.
That one phone call, transferring a bunch of shit out. Not really. I'm way too lazy for that.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, damn, dude. Well,
So, I think we're done.
And that's it.
we're done.
That's
oh,
it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
second phone call.
take us
they're
out,
fucking
Satchel.
done.
Well, that brings us to the end of the lightning round, which brings us to the end of the show. As usual, we have run out of time, but never, ever out of shit to say. So please, join us again next week, like every Friday night at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Time at the Sin Shop. We are again located 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C, in beautiful downtown Henderson, Nevada. Go to sinshop.org for information about the shop, and go to meetup.com/sinshop for information on upcoming events here at the shop. And for information on us, go to Greynoise, that's GREYNOI.SE.
I'm Doxy.
Zenify.
And I'm Richard Satchel.
Good night.
Good night.
Oh, you know what sounds really good? A hot dog.